Austin, you were supposed to put this. Oh, hi. Aw, everybody. Can I call you Austin Powers? Is that okay? Austin Powers. Austin.
People call me
Put
that.
the sugar in for me. So I wouldn't have to stand in front of the room and put the sugar in. Okay. Anyway, I'm trying to train them on how to run an event. Okay. All right. Now, what we're going to do is reflect on what's in it for you. How your life can be different because you're looking at life from a different viewpoint. And you're creating a future around doing business in a completely different way than you may have heard from other people in the past. So I want you to be very prepared today for what I call a paradigm shift. Now, what's a paradigm? The way things have been done, a concept. What's some other description of a paradigm? A way of thinking, an understanding, a belief. Yes?
Revolutionary.
Revolutionary paradigm. A paradigm is really a present belief. It's a present belief. It's like, this is my paradigm. So the paradigm I was in with Aunt Mabel, as a child, thank you, sir. As a child, I would love that. That's fantastic. All right. You like my tie?
Yeah.
Like that. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your help. Give him a hand. Yes, sir.
All right. Yes. Give me the juice, baby. That's good stuff. All right.
Now, the paradigm that I want you to be thinking about today is your belief system transformed. The paradigm I was in as a child was that of poverty, of absolutely having nothing, and no future really to rely on because no father, no grandparents, no uncles, no aunts, nobody to help me down life's road, nobody to help move this ball along. How many of you have ever been helped by a relative? You ever been helped by a relative? Yeah, like most people have. I didn't have any of those. So my paradigm was, I'm alone. I'm alone. If it's to be, it's up to me. I can't rely on anyone else. And the opportunity presented itself that this kid that had nothing, this paradigm, I could own a home. Wow, that's like a different way of being. That's a different opportunity. So that's exactly what I decided to do. I don't know if I'm making the right move or not, but what do I got to lose? Right? What have I got to lose? Let me go ahead and take this chance. The paradigm I want you to be thinking about today is your belief system about real estate. Your belief system about how you make money in this business and how you protect yourself so that you can make more. Well, I take the time this morning to share that story with you so we can have some background in our conversation. We can have some background in what we're learning today. Because it will be different than things you've heard before. So you're going to have a paradigm what? Shift. Be prepared for the what? Shift to occur. Be watching for your belief system to begin to change into something entirely new. This will not be a repeat or a refresher of things that you've heard before. this will in many cases be 100% new information. Paradigm what? Shift. Be prepared and watch for exactly how this occurs. Now you deserve what you want. Let's put this in the background as well. How many of you want a Lamborghini? Oh, I saw some hands go right on up. That was fast too. You know, it's amazing that you can have everything that you want. I learned that one as well. I had to have a paradigm shift that I was actually worthy of having some great, phenomenal, incredible things that are available on this planet. Now what's true is these things are available for everyone. These things are available for everyone. If a kid coming from the wrong side of the tracks with absolutely no money can end up in the lifestyle I have, I have several multi-million-dollar companies. That's multi-million dollars per year. Is that a good thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby, that's a good thing. Now, you say, aha, that's possible? That's possible. If I can come from where I come from, wherever you come from is probably better. Whatever background you have and whatever opportunities you had in life is probably better than what I have. So you think about what's available for me. One of the things my wife and I love to do is travel. So last May, we came to California. And we actually went to Yosemite. You guys have an awesome place that you need to go see. How many of you have been to Yosemite? How many of you haven't been to Yosemite? See? Put that on your list. Put that on your list. That's something to do. Saw some amazing things. This is my wife, Janice. This is us at the big waterfalls. Well, let me tell you something. May is when all the snow is melting, and it's just phenomenal there. It was incredible. We went to Glacier Point. That's not a postcard. It's actually a picture. We actually got to see, what's that? Bears. It's a whole family. Got to see family bears. It was awesome. My friend from here in LA has been going for 22 years. He's never seen a single bear. It must have been. It must have been. So I say that God has given us an incredible planet, and no two places are the same. So it's our job, it's our duty, it's our opportunity to go explore this beautiful planet. Now, we've been to Egypt and Israel, Jerusalem, Bethlehem, Turkey, Greece. We've been all over the world as a family. And I have real estate to thank for that. I had the opportunity to see at a young age that real estate could actually be good, because that home that I showed you, I sold 2 years later when I was transferred from Charlotte, North Carolina. I was transferred by a new company to Atlanta, Georgia. And I sold that home, and I made a 37% profit. And it sold in 2 days. Put it on the market, sold it, boom. 37% markup. There must be something to this real estate, doesn't there? I said to myself. And the company I was with paid the closing costs on the sale of the property. They also paid the closing costs on buying another property. So rather than going and renting an apartment in Atlanta, I had to buy another house to take advantage of the deal they were offering me. So I went to Atlanta and I told the agent, I want to take my gains in this house, I want to put it as a down payment on another house, and I want to take over somebody else's loan in their name on their credit report that they paid the closing costs for. And she said, gotcha. Let me see what I can find. So it wasn't long before I'm looking at 5 or 6 properties, and all of a sudden, put another property under contract. And I was able to do that without going to the bank and without qualifying for a loan. And then Ronald Reagan, God rest his soul, wonderful man on the planet, from right here in California, came into office. And we had a horrible economy at the time, interest rates were 21% in this country. Can you believe that? Interest rate, people who've been around for a while remember that, right? 21% in this country. The economy was at a dead stop. Ronald Reagan came in, he says, I know how to turn this thing around. You bribe people. You bribe people through the tax code. You tell them, look, if you will buy some property, we'll give you double depreciation. You could double your depreciation and you could write off the property in 15 years. That sounded pretty good, right? Bless you. I was working for a company. I was single at the time. That was an awesome opportunity for me. I bought a duplex. Interest rates were 21%, but the tax benefit was amazing. But I wasn't going to go to the bank and qualify for a loan. The interest rates were too high. So I was able to take over the existing financing on the property, and I was able to get the seller to carry back financing at 12.5%. You can't even hear those numbers today, can you? 12.5%. And I was signing, because I had a good deal, right? Instead of 21%, it was 12.5% on the seller financing part. So I got my duplex, and my initial cash flow was $6.67. Positive cash flow. What a deal, huh? What a deal. But back then, they had a penalty for single people. It was really egregious in the tax code for a single person. So I had no write-offs. Now I had a write-off. And I had a double depreciation write-off, so I really was making money. I was making money on saving taxes. Now, how many of you believe saving money is the same as making money? Is that a good thing? Oh, yeah. So I said, aha, this is a good thing. I'll do more of this. And as time progressed, I was able in 1984 to, 1983, 1984, what was that? 1983, I left the company I was with and bought an existing business with owner financing. So we had a furniture store, and with that owner financing, we were able to take the inventory in that store and begin making cash flow right away. She carried back financing for 10 years on the inventory in the store. And that gave us enough leverage to start making cash flow right away. So I left my job, went into entrepreneur, full-time business. It was awesome. We opened a second store, we opened a warehouse, we got a truck, we had 13 employees. Wow. Company really grew and grew fast. And then I had the opportunity to sell the business to my partners on owner financing, seller financing. So I financed it to them, and I went on to go to real estate full time. So that was 1984. And I've been in real estate full time ever since, and I've never worked for anyone else ever since. I've always done this. And it's been awesome for me, so that I paint that picture so you can understand what's really happened for me, is that I had the paradigm what? Shift that Aunt Mabel did not have. In her world, you go to banks and qualify for loans. In my world, you don't. In my world, the seller is the bank. So if the seller is the bank, then every conversation I'm going to have relative to marketing myself and my business, relative to the offers that I make to that seller, are all going to revolve around what? Seller financing. Exactly right. Seller financing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today, almost 40 years later. I've never been to the bank. I've never qualified for a loan. on a single family or small multifamily property. Is that a good thing? Yeah, baby. Never been to the bank. Never qualified for a loan. How many of you have? How many of you wish you met me before now? You don't have to do that. There's another way. So, as we think through how we're building our business today, I'm not just talking to you about trust. I want you to see what the trust can do for you and how this all fits so beautifully together. You can have an amazing life when you have a design, when you have a plan. Now, when you come to the Millionaire Jumpstart, that's the 3-day training I give in Atlanta. The 3-day training, we go deeper into that conversation. What is it that you're up to? Make a list of what you want, like what you want for you and your family. What you want for you. Not what you want for the planet, not what you want for the world, what you want for you. When the oxygen mask drops down in the airplane, what do they tell you to do first? Pray. Put it on yourself first. You can't save the world until you